Hey everybody, it's Tim at Broken Dice, bringing a quick little channel update. Haven't done one in a while, kind of been a little sporadic here lately. I've just had a lot of other life things going on that have kind of interrupted the painting, the hobbying, and that kind of thing. Well, anyway, I got all this Sarrisa precision stuff for my Warlord Waterloo stuff. And I was thinking that it's going to be good pieces of terrain for any scale, really. I mean, all trees are not redwoods, and all, hedges aren't like overhead high. So I think a lot of this stuff will have a lot of uses and a lot of different scales. But anyway, when you buy two of those, you get an awful lot of stuff. I didn't realize just how much you got in each one. Get a bunch. So my suggestion is just buy one of them. Do that one. If you think you need more, then go ahead. But boy, I got a lot. This is like I'm working on this mount, and that's nothing compared to what you get out of that. Which is kudos to them. I mean, they give you a bunch. Like I'll probably wind up giving this to a bunch of my buddy Kurt. So when we do ACW, we'll have some terrain over at his house and stuff, because he'll have all the ACW stuff over at his house, and I'm going to have all the Napoleonic stuff at my house. We'll just share the terrain, because I can't see where I need two complete boxes of this, all the time. I mean, that would take quite a bit of a table. So yeah. So we're going to trade some of that off. Okay. Topic for today. Kind of a different channel update. Not really so much about what I've got done, but I have a question. Since I'm getting into this smaller scale stuff, somewhere in my warped brain, I think it calls out for like a campaign or campaign maps. I harken back to the old military history magazines and stuff, where they would show maps and stuff and where things were and all that kind of stuff. And even today, when some channels, the one that comes to mind is like Little Wars TV, where when they do a campaign, they'll do like a 3D map, actually build it up, and which I think is fantastic. I just don't have any place to put it once I would be done with something like that. So I've been kicking around some ideas, and one of the things I came up with was they have those RPG maps where they have the wet and dry markers and stuff you can put on them. And I was thinking about something along those lines, where I could do like little squares of terrain, like cut out stuff and put a little terrain on it, and then put that, like I have magnets underneath it, and then magnetize it, underneath the map that way, and that way it could change and mold from different scenarios. That's what I'm thinking along that line. I haven't quite worked out the bugs on what I want to do with it yet. My question is, what do you guys do in that situation? If you guys got like some hints for me to what to do, because I know that there are computer programs out there that can generate maps and stuff like that, which would be pretty cool. But if you're doing something specifically historical, and you want the kind of map to kind of mimic the place in which the encounter took place, there we go. Now we're talking something completely different. So I don't know if there's anything that does that, or if you could actually do it yourself on that and then have it printed out for you. I don't know. I don't know hardly anything about that kind of stuff. So that's my question. You know, do I have like, because I know that some of them have like thick kind of cardboard um, RPG maps where they got the sticker stuff that you can put on them and that sort of thing. Then I also saw there was like a vinyl sheet that was fairly like almost 3 feet long by 2 feet wide, and you could use that with wet dry markers and stuff like that. I thought about doing that, and then like I said, adding terrain like mountain ridges and stuff like that which wouldn't be hard to store as individual pieces, but where if you make like a big 3 foot by 4 foot, and you go to all the trouble to make a great big terrain campaign map terrain board out of it, I mean, I can't see just getting rid of it. And so my thing is, I don't have any storage for it. I mean, all that stuff behind me, I mean, it's full of stuff. I got stuff on top, and I just, shelves that are full, and I just don't have any room anymore. So I'm wondering if I can't do it kind of like just a regular map like thing where I could just clean it off and then redo the map over and over and over again for different scenarios. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. I kind of talked about it a little bit on the Musty Wargamer show from last week. But see, our topics was about asymmetrical wargaming, which again, to me, lends itself to a campaign map, a map of some variety where you can randomly generate and create these situations of asymmetrical gaming. But that's a different topic for a different day. My thing is the map itself. How do you do it? How do you go about doing it? What kind of material would you use? How detailed would you make it? And like I said, if you have any ideas, leave a comment down below. If you have like a place that you know, hey, they do this as you want it, go to them and look at it. And if you got a website or something for me, put that down. Put a link down below. Okay. But that's enough of this. Like I said, this is not really an update about what I've got done, although I did get to do some Gripping Beast Normans that are now that I've got them assembled. I'm ready to prime them, but if the humidity would just go away, I could prime them. But again, I want to rattle can these guys outside. Okay, enough of that. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Everybody stay safe, stay well. I'll see you next time.